Good afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, all of you please switch on your videos. Those who are not traveling or not any kind of network issues, please switch on your videos. Okay, Helen. Okay, children, so here we discuss about the chapter gravitation. And I think after 1 week, we are again with this topic, gravitation. In the last class, we were discussing about the acceleration due to gravity. We introduced another term of this chapter, gravitation, that is acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so how we can represent this acceleration due to gravity, Lynette? Which letter is used to represent?
Small letter G.
Letter G is used to represent acceleration. Anandita, what do you mean by acceleration due to gravity?
It is the acceleration produced in a freely falling body due to gravitational force.
Yes, it is the acceleration produced in a freely falling body due to the gravitational force, or simply we can say it is the acceleration due to the gravitational force of the earth. This acceleration is known as acceleration due to gravity. So instead of the term A, here we are using another term G in order to represent the acceleration. Okay, then Adikesh, what about the SI unit of acceleration due to gravity?
SI unit of acceleration due to gravity.
Yes, Nandana.
Meter per second square.
Meter per second square, very good. Because acceleration due to gravity is not a different term. It is nothing, it is our acceleration itself. But here, this acceleration due to gravity is, it is the acceleration due to the gravitational force of the earth. So it's not a new term, acceleration due to gravity G. We are used this G instead of symbol acceleration A. Okay, so the same unit, we have the acceleration, and acceleration due to gravity is expressed in terms of same SI unit, that is meter per second square. And we study one particular value for this acceleration due to gravity. What's that? Suryadev.
9.8 meter per second square.
Very good. The value of acceleration due to gravity is a constant. Its value is nearly equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Then Sridhar, what is the equation for calculating this acceleration due to gravity?
G equal to gm divided by r square.
Very good. Small letter G is equal to capital G, capital M divided by r square. Then Advait Murali, try to differentiate each term present in this equation. What is capital G stands for?
Gravitational constant.
Universal gravitational constant. Capital M.
M stands for mass of the earth.
Very good. Then R.
R stands for radius of the earth.
Radius of the earth. Okay, very good. Then Nivedya, what are the different factors on which this acceleration due to gravity depends? Nivedya Rose. Okay, the same question to Pooja Menon. The factors on which this acceleration due to gravity G depends. Okay, then the same question to Ken.
Yes, ma'am.
The factors on which the acceleration due to gravity G depends.
G depends on the mass of the earth,
Mass of the earth and
on the radius of the earth.
Radius of the earth. So this value of acceleration due to gravity G depends only on two factors. One is mass of the earth and other is the radius of the earth. Does it depends on the mass of the object? No. Acceleration due to gravity does not depends upon the mass of the object. So whatever be the object that we are thrown from a particular height, it will be reached on the ground at the same time if there is no air is present. So in the last class, we were discussed about the air resistance. So if we are consider a room which is free of air, if you are evacuating this air with the help of a vacuum tube and all, or any kind of device like that, then if you are thrown any substance from a particular height, we can see that these two substances reach on the ground at the same time because of this due to the equation. According to this equation, we can say that acceleration due to gravity does not depends upon the mass of the object. Okay. And what about the value of acceleration due to gravity on different parts of the earth? That is what we are going to discuss today. Value of acceleration due to gravity, how it is varies depends upon the radius. Okay. We know that acceleration due to gravity G is equal to capital G, capital M divided by R square. And here this R is nothing, it is the radius of the earth. Radius of earth. And students, can you say how it is related with each other? How this radius of the earth related to acceleration due to gravity? What happens if the radius of the earth increases? I will give you a clue how to identify whether it is directly proportional or inversely proportional. You just concentrate on the numerator and the denominator. Okay. All the terms present in the numerator are always, in any equation, in any mathematical equation, all the terms present on the numerator are directly proportional to that of the term which is present on the left side of the equation. Okay. Similarly, all the terms that is present in the denominator are always inversely proportional to that physical quantity which is present on the left side of the equation. So here we can see in this equation R square. R is the radius of the earth and it is present in the denominator. Okay, R is present in the denominator. Then what do you think if the radius of the earth increases? If the radius of the earth increases, what happens to acceleration due to gravity?
Decreases.
Acceleration due to gravity decreases. Why? Because they are inversely proportional to each other. So here from this equation, we can make a conclusion that if R increases, if the radius increases, which implies acceleration due to gravity, G decreases. Similarly, we can discuss if the value of radius decreases, what happens to value of acceleration due to gravity?
Increases.
Acceleration due to gravity is increases. Okay, so now we can check how this value of acceleration due to gravity varies depends upon the radius of the earth. Okay, so practically we are consider earth as theoretically we consider earth as a sphere, but in practically earth is not a sphere. So it is some kind of a flattened shape. The shape of the earth is some kind of flattened. Okay, and the radius of the earth is greater towards the equator. This is the equator region. Here we have the poles. Okay. The radius of the earth is greater at where? Is at poles or at equator?
Equator.
At equator. Very good. So the radius of the earth is increases towards the equator. That is, towards the equator, its radius increases. Then what do you think? What about the value of G at the equator?
Decreases.
Decrease.
It decreases. Excellent. Because at the equator, the radius is increases. We know that the radius and the value of acceleration due to gravity, they are inversely proportional to each other. So when the radius increases, the value of acceleration due to gravity decreases. So at equator, we can say the radius is maximum. R is maximum. The value of G is then, what about the value of G? It is
Minimum.
minimum. Very good. So the value of acceleration due to gravity G is minimum at the equator. Now we can think about the poles. What about the value of radius at the poles? Is it maximum or minimum?
Minimum.
It is minimum. The radius is minimum towards the pole of the earth. Okay. Then what about the value of G at the poles?
Maximum.
Value of G is maximum. Okay. Very good. So here we discuss the variation of G depending upon the value of radius. In the case of Earth, it is not a perfect sphere. It's some kind of flattened shape. and the radius of the earth is greater at the equator. Since the radius is greater, we can say the value of G is minimum at the region of equator. Then in the case of poles, the value of G is minimum. The value of radius is decreases towards the pole. Then the value of G is maximum at the poles. Okay, so this is the conclusion that we are obtained from here. The value of G is maximum. G is maximum at the poles. You must know the reason why the value of G is maximum at the poles. Because
the radius is minimum.
Because the radius is minimum. Towards the poles, the radius of Earth is decreases. That's why the value of G is maximum at the poles. And the next conclusion that we are drawn from here is the value of G is minimum. It is minimum at equator. One more point that you can add here. The value of G at the center of the Earth is equal to 0. G is equal to 0 at the center of the Earth. At the center of the Earth, the value of G is equal to 0. Now you can write the explanation for it. Sometimes it may be asked the value of G, acceleration due to gravity, is equal to 0 at the center of the Earth. Why? Because at the center of the Earth, the mass of the Earth is pulled equally in all the directions. Okay, all of you write the answer. Why the acceleration due to gravity G is equal to 0 at the center of the Earth? G is equal to 0 at the center of the Earth. This is a statement. Why? Write the answer. Because at that point, the mass of the Earth is, the mass of the Earth is equally distributed. The mass of the Earth is equally distributed in all directions. Because at that point, the mass of the Earth is equally distributed in all directions. So pulling equally in all directions. So pulling equally in all directions for a net zero pull. Actually, you only need to write this first sentence only, because at the point of center of the Earth, the mass of the Earth is equally distributed in all directions. That's all. So the pulling equally in all directions for a net zero pull. As the distance from the center decreases, the acceleration due to gravity is also decreases. As the distance from the center decreases, the acceleration due to gravity also decreases. Okay. So these are some conclusion that we are drawn from this topic, acceleration due to gravity, and using this equation G is equal to Gm divided by R square. So the acceleration due to gravity depends on only two factors. One is mass of the earth. It only depends on the mass of the earth. It doesn't depend upon the mass of the object. And the second one, that value of acceleration due to gravity depends upon the radius of the earth. So depends upon the variation of the radius of the earth, there will be variations in the value of acceleration due to gravity. And here, as we told, the acceleration due to gravity G is maximum at two poles because the value of radius is minimum there. In the case of equator, the radius is greater towards the equator. So we have a minimum value of acceleration due to gravity, and the value of G is equal to 0 at the center of the earth, because at the center of the earth, the mass is equally distributed. So the net force acting on the center portion will be equal to 0. The net gravitational force that is acting on the center will be equal to 0, because at the center of the mass of the earth is equally distributed towards all the direction. So these are some conclusions that we are drawn from this topic. Okay, now the next one is, write the next heading, to calculate the value of G. So as we told in the last class, the acceleration due to gravity is a constant. It possesses a constant value that is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. This is the value of acceleration due to gravity, 9.8 meter per second square. So now we are going to explain how we are obtained this value of 9.8 meter per second square. So write the next heading, to calculate the value of acceleration due to gravity. Calculation of acceleration due to gravity G. Calculation of G. We know the equation for calculating the value of acceleration due to gravity, right? So for that, here we are consider the value of, in order to calculate the acceleration due to gravity, we consider some values. So here we consider the earth. Let M be the mass of the earth. Let M is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. Let M is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram be the mass of the earth. With radius R is equal to the radius of earth, and the mass of the earth is constant. So the mass of the earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. And the radius of the earth is given by 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter. With radius 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter. Then acceleration due to gravity G is given by, then acceleration due to gravity G is given by small letter G is equal to equation. Small letter G is equal to anyone? Yes.
Capital G into capital M divided by R square.
Capital G, capital M divided by R square. Now we are going to substitute the values into this equation. The first one is capital G. Capital G is nothing. We know it is the universal gravitational constant. What is its value, Adikesh? What is the value of universal gravitational constant?
6.673 into 10 raised to 11.
10 raised to negative 11.
Newton meter square by per kilogram.
Kilogram square, Newton meter square per kilogram square. And what about the mass of the earth? Here mass of the earth is given. It is 6 into 10 raised to 24 divided by radius of the earth, that is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. But here we need to take the square of the radius. So 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 the whole square. So whenever we substitute all these values, after the calculation, we get the value that is nearly equal to 9.8 meter per second square. You don't need to do this calculation, only need to by heart this value. This is how we get the value of acceleration due to gravity. G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Okay. So the brilliant scientists, they found the value of mass of the earth. They are calculate the radius of the earth and substitute all these values in this equation. G is equal to gm by r square. Then they get the value. G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. And this value of G can be varies, depends upon the radius of the earth. Okay. Sometimes it may be greater when it is moved towards the pole, because towards the pole radius is decreases, so G attains a maximum value. And it may be a minimum value when we are moving towards the equator region of the earth. Towards the equator, the value of G becomes minimum. Okay. And for the easiness of calculation, as we told earlier, sometimes this 9.8 meter per second square taken as 10 meter per second square. Okay. For the easiness of mathematical calculation, sometimes we maybe take this value of 9.8 meter per second square is taken as 10 meter per second square. So actually, this is the value that we are consider the value of acceleration due to gravity. G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we have a small topic, the next topic, motion of object under the influence of gravitational force of the earth. Write the next heading. Motion of object. Before the writing the motion, equations for the motion of object, equations for the motion of objects under the influence of what? Here in this chapter, all the motion we are discussed in terms of the gravitational force of the earth. There is no external forces included here. Here we are discussing the motion of an object only under the influence of gravitational force. So equations of motion of objects under the influence of gravitational force of the earth. Gravitational force of the earth. Okay, children. So here we are going to find out the equations in order to describe the motion of object under the influence of gravitational force of the earth. So before that, let us recall the equations of motion for a straight line motion of an object. First of all, we can recall all the equations for the straight line motion of an object. Okay, we have three equations of motion are there. So try to recall or recollect all these three equations for the straight line motion of an object. We can start with Hira. What is the first equation of motion? First equation of motion.
Ma'am, U is equal to U plus 80.
U is equal to U plus 80. This equation.
No, ma'am.
Yes, then.
V is equal to.
Excellent.
V is equal to.
Yes, very good. So we have the first equation of motion, that is V is equal to U plus 80. This is the first equation of motion. Okay. And all these terms have their own meanings. Tom Jones, can you differentiate each terms present in this equation? What is V stands for?
V for final velocity.
Okay, U.
Initial velocity.
A.
Acceleration.
Acceleration, and T.
Time.
Very good. Excellent. Then next one, Abhiram. What is the second equation of motion? First one is V is equal to U plus 80. Second one. Alson. Jairus, try to recall the second equation of straight line motion of an object. Anashwara, Amaljit.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes. Okay. What is the second equation of motion for the straight line motion of an object? The term examinations are over. You did almost forget the first term portions. V is equal to U plus AT, the second equation. Nandana.
Ma'am, 2A is equal to V square minus U square.
That is our third equation. I need the second equation of motion.
S is equal to UT plus half AT square.
Very good. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. What is S stands for? S.
Distance.
Distance.
Distance. U is the
Initial
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 velocity.
velocity. T.
time.
Time.
Time A.
Acceleration.
Acceleration. Now I need the third equation of motion. So as Nandana said, the third equation of motion is, what is the third equation of motion?
V square
V square minus U square is equal to 2A.
V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Okay. So this is the three equation that we are already discussed whenever we discuss the motion of an object along a straight line. But here in this chapter, we discuss the motion of an object under the influence of gravitational force of the earth. So here we have a term A. The A stands for acceleration. And this acceleration is possible if the object is moves in a straight line. But here in this chapter, the object is in a free fall situation. That is, object is moves only under the influence of gravitational force. So here we are going to rewrite all these three equations in terms of what? In terms of acceleration due to gravity. The same equation, except a very small difference. Instead of the term A, here we are going to insert another term. What is that? Here the acceleration.
G.
Very good. It is G, because here it is the acceleration due to gravitational force of the earth. So instead of this term A, we are going to write the term G. Okay. Then the first equation of motion becomes V is equal to
U plus GT.
Very good. V is equal to U plus GT. Fast. The second equation of motion becomes S is equal to
S UT plus half GT square.
S is equal to UT plus half GT square. GT square. Very good. The third equation of motion becomes
V square minus U square is equal to 2GS.
V square minus U square is equal to 2GS. That's all. The topic is over. Equation of motion, or equations for the motion of the object under the influence of gravitational force of the earth. So for that, here we are just to recall the three equations of motion that we are already discussed for the straight line motion of an object. And we just make a slight variation. Instead of simple acceleration, here we have acceleration due to the gravitational force of the earth. That is the acceleration due to gravity. So the term A is replaced by G. This is the only difference in this three equation. So V is equal to U plus AT changed into V is equal to U plus GT. S is equal to UT plus half AT square changes to S is equal to UT plus half GT square. V square minus U square is equal to 2AS changed to V square minus U square is equal to 2GS. So in this chapter, all the calculation that we are doing based on these three equations. Instead of A, here we are consider the value of acceleration due to gravity. Okay. So sometimes in the questions, it may not be provided. The value of G is not given. Why? Because we know the value of G. What is the value of G?
9.8 meter per second.
Very good. Excellent. 9.8 meter per second square. So sometimes in the questions, the value of acceleration due to gravity G is not given because we have an idea about the value of G. And for the easiness of calculation, you can take, instead of this 9.8, you can take 10 meter per second square. We can do the numericals of based on these equations in the next class. Okay. So I hope that this topic is clear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Okay. So that's all for today. We have only 2 more topics left from this chapter. After that, this chapter is finished. All the other topics are comes under the deleted portion. Okay. So once again, we can recollect all the points that we were discussed here in this class, starting with gyrus. Gyrus.
Yes, ma'am.
Where is the value of G is greater?
And the poles?
Value of G is greater at poles. Why?
Ma'am, because they are at the edge of the earth.
Because it is due to the pole is situated at the edge. Is it the reason? Towards the pole, what happens to radius? Is it decrease or increase?
Increases.
Hmm?
Sorry, decrease.
The value of radius is decreases towards the poles. That is why the value of G is maximum. Then where is the value of G is minimum? Nadeem? Albert Leisen?
Equator.
Reason? No reason. I mean, why the value of G is minimum at equator?
Ma'am, because it is far away from the pole.
Because the radius of the earth is greater towards the equator. Okay, radius of the earth is greater towards the equator. That is why the value of G is minimum at the equator. Then what about the value of G at the center of the earth? Nandana.
Ma'am, it is equals to 0.
The value of the earth at the center of the earth is equal to 0. Then Hrithwik. What about the value of acceleration due to gravity G? I think some audio problems are there. Anashwara, value of G? Anyone? Value of G?
9.8 meters square.
per second square.
9.8 meter per second square. Then again to Ken, what about the first equation of motion if it is moving under the gravitational force of the earth?
Ma'am, V equal to U plus dt.
Okay, very good. Suryadev, second equation.
Ma'am, S is equal to UT plus half GT square.
S is equal to UT plus half GT square. Then Atleo, third equation.
2 GS is equal to V square minus U square.
2 GS is equal to V square minus U square.